There's an energy here of the need to break free and the want to break free from some societal norm or some pressure norm that conflicts with what you truly want, which is to express yourself in a way that aligns with your own joy and happiness in your community, your real community. There's an energy here of like wearing the same jacket that you've been wearing since you were a little kid. Obviously, this is just the energy. It's like you don't actually wear clothes that you've worn since you were a little kid, but it's like eventually the jacket becomes too tight and you just need to take it off. You need to be relieved, and then you need to go find a bigger jacket. It's almost like the way that you're protecting yourself right now is not adaptive to what you really want to be doing or who you really want to be. There's an energy of, I'm getting a snake. The year of the snake is coming through. The 9 year, 2025, where it felt like we were constantly fighting for what we wanted or fighting against what we wanted out of some sort of addiction or habit or ritual. And the snake, what does this want to do? The snake wants to keep us held back, I'm getting, in this context. I don't really know for sure the symbolism of the snake, but in this context, it's like the snake is, the energy of the snake is that we hold ourselves back. And it's about wanting to break free from limiting beliefs about the self. Beliefs that don't align with what we're planning to achieve externally. We want to prioritize things that we know will create abundance. The seed has been planted. The seed has been nourished and it's growing. There's a sprout, And it's about continuing to nurture that. And not, because we've tried this before. This goal. We've tried to achieve this external abundance before, where whatever we're drawing in creates a peace within the mind, right? We've tried this before, and we have sprouted in the past, but then we stop watering the sprout and the plant and stop feeding it nutrients or stop giving it what it needs, the sun, air. It's almost like a fire needs air to breathe, but when it's contained, there's no air for it to breathe, and then it just dies. It dies and it goes out. And cutting it to death, by the way, but it's reversed. So there's always a resistance, there's always doubt. The resistance doesn't come from not wanting to achieve this death and this rebirth. It doesn't come from not wanting it. It comes from not believing that you can have it. It comes from a lack of confidence. And there is a need to believe truly that you are allowed to take up space within your own life and within others' lives. You are allowed to express yourself in ways that might make people uncomfortable, or they might look at you weird, or they might say something mean to you, or something like some form of criticism that doesn't feel constructive at all, I'm also getting this energy, like, with my hair, just wanting it to be a certain way. It's like nobody cares about what my hair looks like other than me. That's another energy, is like the looking glass self. It's like, or the thought that you're being looked at, or the thought that you're being perceived in a certain way that is really just your own insecurity. Nobody else feels that way but you. And even if they do feel that way, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're happy in your own skin and you're happy in your own mind. How do we achieve that, Spirit? How do we achieve this confidence and this authenticity? We have the Eight of Swords coming out sideways, facing the left. We have the High Priestess coming out sideways, facing the left. And we have the Six of Cups coming out, facing the right. And this energy is coming through to me, and then Death on the bottom of the deck, reversed. To achieve authenticity within the heart and within aligning with what you want and what you desire to have, it's important to recognize that your doubts manifest. You're a very magical being. You are very, very powerful. I feel like I should be covering that. Dang. I wonder if I'm not going to be able to post this video because I showed her breast, but you can't really. It's whatever. I think it's fine. You are magical both within your heart and your mind. Your love, the way that you love, is powerful, and the way that you think is powerful. Your mind is more powerful than you think, I feel. I think that we doubt our logic, this collective, and it's important to remember that the more that we doubt our mind, the more that will manifest in our reality. And there's this wisdom, this inner wisdom that comes from the mind that stems from past trauma. And it's almost like your higher self is just waiting. I don't know what that means. It's like just waiting for what? What is your highest self waiting for? Maybe waiting for you to release the stagnance and just... See, I don't want to say just go for it, because this King of Wands is coming out reversed. It's almost like following what you want, but taking cautious steps. Cautious and curious steps. And reminding yourself that your power is mutable, and you can transmute it and alchemize it into anything you want. You can be anything you want to be, and you are everything that you want to be right now. Whether you want to feel sexy, or you want to feel beautiful, or you want to feel abundant with money, or you want to feel loved by your friends, or you want to feel accepted by your family, or you want to get this job that seems impossible to achieve, or you want to create a business that seems so out of reach, or it could be anything. It could be literally a million things. It could be the most outrageous thing that you can imagine. And it could be something so outrageous that it feels impossible. But I'm telling you right now, it's so possible. It's so possible. Because you have such a power within your mind and your heart. And if you want it that bad, your manifestations will want you right back. And there's this energy of with the Nine of Wands coming out in this deck. I'm getting a protective energy from this. Not necessarily an energy of perseverance, because we've been persevering. It's like, when is this going to pay off? It's almost like we need to prepare for when it does pay off, because There's some sort of fear that we won't get what we want, that we won't get the long-term abundance. We need to protect ourselves from that doubt, from this Eight of Swords energy. We need to protect ourselves from the doubt in whatever way that means. To be most authentic and to align with what we truly, truly want, we have to eliminate doubt. And that could be an impossible goal, right? Like that could be one of the impossible goals, to just feel like you believe in yourself. Plain and simple, period. How do we do that? Because that's just like a basic, like I feel like I want to say primal or survival, like need to just believe that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Because we can say all this stuff about, you know, believing, but if we don't believe that we can believe, what's the point, you know? How do we eliminate doubt from the mind? How do we eliminate doubt from the mind? Okay. All these cards are coming out sideways and reversed and sideways again. So, to eliminate doubt, it's important to recognize our skills, recognize our skill set, recognize your passion for the thing that you want. Recognize that you've already begun to do this. You've already begun to achieve what you want to achieve. The seed has been planted. It's already growing. You are moving quicker than you think you are. Trust the process. It's to eliminate doubt. It's like, trust that your doubt serves a purpose. Trust that your doubt serves a purpose. On a mental level, create a sacred space for your mind to be at rest. This could be your room, could be an altar, it could be nature. Just a place where you can feel at home, where your mind can rest. Recognize that you want this bad enough to achieve it. You want it bad enough. Recognize yourself. That's it. That was a message that was coming through before I even pulled these cards, and it wants to come out. Recognize yourself for all that you've already done. For all, this card's coming out again with the Six of Cups. You've already gone through so much. Too much. But it's not too much because it was all meant for you. But it feels like too much. It feels like heavy. A heavy weight. Recognize that you've done this before in a certain sense. You've overcome hardship before. You've overcome doubt before. You've manifested things before. You manifested things that you wanted before. And just because this feels so out of reach and so out of your control, that doesn't mean that you can't achieve it. I want to get clarification. We have the Chariot coming out reversed as well as the King of Swords reversed. I want to get clarification for these cards. Clarification for the Chariot. Five of Pentacles sideways. These cards are all coming out sideways. It's like we're moving through this doubt. We're trying to navigate through it. Like we're trying to let it go. We're making that progress. We want to make that progress. And it's about slow and steady growth. But it's this energy of like with the Eight of Wands coming out. It's like the slower that we move, the quicker our abundance comes in. The slower that we try to approach this and take action, the more likely you are to manifest this abundance quicker. Clarification for the King of Swords. Please and thank you, Spirit. We have the Ace of Wands coming out reversed and the Star coming out reversed. Have hope of the end result. Picture the end result. picture the end result. This was actually a message that was coming out when I was making my egg earlier. I was making my egg for dinner. Usually I make 2, but for some reason I wanted to make 1 today. And like, I knew every egg that I have cracked and every egg that I have tried to make in the past like week or 2 weeks, or actually multiple weeks, they've all been broken. The yolk has always broken for whatever reason. It has to be spiritual, because I used to be a freaking master at cracking eggs, right? And making the yolk stay intact, allowing it to stay intact. And today I was like, this is the one. And in my mind, like, I doubted it subconsciously, but I said out loud. I tried to trick my brain, right? I tried to get myself to believe it by saying it out loud. That's another message. It's like speaking it out loud to hear it with your own ears. That's powerful. But picture it in your mind's eye. Like, this is what I was doing when I was making I closed my eyes and I pictured myself cracking the egg and it being intact. And I let myself sit with that image. And I let myself hope. And I used the power of my mind, which is something that I have not been able to rely on in the past. I used the power of my mind to manifest what I wanted. And I got it. Don't succumb to overthinking. Doubt is just overthinking. Have hope for the end result. Have hope for the end result. I keep hearing that. What else wants to come through currently, Spirit? About doubt and about authenticity and about achieving our goals, achieving our dreams. What else is here? What else wants to show itself? Please and thank you, Spirit. What else wants to show itself? We have the Emperor coming out sideways, facing the right. With Death reversed on the bottom of the deck. The stagnance that we feel is only coming from the mind. It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's from the mind. But we have control over our mind, even if it feels unreachable right now. Like, we have control, more control than we think we do. We have control over how we perceive the world and how we perceive ourselves. And if we want to feel a certain way, I'm getting this about like insecurities about beauty. If we want to feel a certain way about ourselves, we have to tell ourselves that we feel that way and admire ourselves in a way that feels uncomfortable. That's an energy that's coming through. Like to achieve your goals, to get what you want, you have to do shit that's uncomfortable. You have to do just stuff that feels wrong. It's not wrong, but in our nervous system, our body fears our dreams because it has been ingrained into us by whatever or whoever that we can't achieve them. Our dreams feel unnatural. But we have more control than we think that we do. And that's another thing to remind yourself in your head or out loud by, saying what you want to be thinking out loud, is that we have more control than we think that we do. We have the Hierophant coming out with the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck coming out upright. We already have so much knowledge. We already have the power of the mind. We already have the lived experience to move forward and achieve our abundance. And we are, look at these 2 cards. They're both working on something. They're both working on something. But I'm noticing how this person is working on something, like studying the mushroom, studying something small, and something that is just starting to grow. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, where what she's creating it's almost done. It's almost done. So as much as we've like planted this seed, and it's already sprouted, it's already almost done. We're already almost there. And we're already moving towards what we want in small ways that seem unnoticeable. And this new beginning has already started. The death is already here. I saw a card that was facing up. Unless I am delusional. But I swear I saw a card. I don't know. There's energy here about feeling deprived of something. I want to get more on that. Yeah, like feeling like, oh, here's the card. Judgment reversed. Feeling like we lack accountability, or that we lack proper judgment of our situation, and that we're not capable of achieving and moving through death. But it's an illusion. It's an illusion. We have to understand that the way that our reality is being presented to us is entirely manifested by the mind. And the mind is so powerful. And we can alter and reframe our thoughts. That's something that they teach you in therapy. There might be a message here about trying to seek out therapy if it's possible for you financially. Maybe that's the goal that you're trying to achieve, is just to make enough money so that you can prioritize your mental health. We have the Queen of Cups coming out sideways and facing the left. We have the Hierophant coming out again, sideways facing the left. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles coming out sideways facing the right, with the Temperance card reversed on the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the deck. And here we have the Snake also coming out. And this is an energy of, like, we've always sort of relied on our intuition or our inner passion to manifest. It's time to use the power of the mind. It's time to use your lived experience and your lived wisdom to achieve what you want to achieve and to overcome what you want to overcome. And honestly, I just had this sudden feeling that that was it for the reading. That's all I should leave it at. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like the rest is something for us to figure out on our own. It's just about finding ways to believe. And 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck reversed. The new beginning is already here. The death has already happened. And even though you may be fighting against it, or it feels like you don't believe that you can achieve it, or that you can have the new beginning, or maybe you're doing things that are still maladaptive, but you know that they're wrong, and you're being self-aware, and you're like pushing yourself to have discipline. Like, even those moments count. It counts. And it's still the part of you that you've wanted to abandon for so long. It's already gone. There are remnants of it. There are remnants of it, of course. But we use those remnants to ... It's awesome. So cool. Thank you for joining me in this reading. If you stuck around, thank you. And I hope that this resonated. Take what resonates, leave what does not. You know that by now. Yeah.